Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How are y'all doing? In YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Periscope land. How are y'all doing today? Okay, hi, hello, Instagram. How are you doing, everybody? Hello, everyone. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I have some encouraging words for authors. I want to give some encouragement to authors. I want to really encourage the authors that, in this segment, okay? Because I go down my Twitter. I'm always looking at my social media pages, okay? And I read people's comments and things of that nature. I read your comments sometimes, and I always see this repeated message. And the repeated message is that I'm waiting on I see a lot of people saying they're waiting on letters that they have sent in to publishing companies. These query letters, I think they want to call them. And I want to say that to all the authors out there, okay, that you want to make these big deals, big signing bonuses, things of that nature and whatnot, right? I want to say the longer you sit on your book, the older it gets. The longer you sit on your book, the longer it will be to be published. If you're if you're going with the traditional way of publishing. And that is time, money that you're missing out on. As they say, you're leaving money on the table. Okay? And the thing is that a lot of authors, we write these books, we write these marvelous, fantastic books, and we write these magnificent novels, okay? And we've got this, we typed it up, we put the story together, we wrote it up, we got it proofread and edited and made the book cover, and we went, and we're, or some of us haven't even, we got an idea about what the book cover will be like. And we're sitting here writing a letter to someone else at a publishing company. And we're sitting here waiting, twiddling our thumbs, twiddling our thumbs. Just twiddling our thumbs away, waiting on them to say, okay, we're going to approve this book. And we want you to sign, we want you to sign up. We want to sign you, okay? You waiting on this traditional publishing company like Simon and Schuster's or Christian Faith Walks or those traditional companies. And we're waiting and we're sitting here and keep writing all these letters to these different companies, right? And do you realize that the time that you're waiting, your book could have been published already? I know. A lot of us, we do that first step. Excuse me. The weather's changing and it's messing with my allergies. Excuse me. So, and the thing is that the longer you wait, it's like sitting there like money just sitting on. Like you're just sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna just go to my regular job, or and I'm gonna go to my regular job and keep hoping and wishing and praying. No, you gotta go after what you want. When your mind was made up, I say, I want to write this book, I want to publish this book, and I want to make sure people read my book. Okay, that's good and all. But if God laid that on your heart to really deal with your writing, and you got it proofread, and you got it edited, and you got it, everything is sitting there done, right? And you're waiting on somebody else's approval. God, if God gave you that message, God gave you that information to write this story, whether it be nonfiction, biography, or nonfiction, fiction, or young adult readers, or let's see, sci-fi or fantasy, whatever the category, that whatever genre you have wrote in, and you're going to sit there and wait on somebody else's approval for to publish your book. To say, okay, we're going to publish your book, and you're going to wait. You're waiting on this big deal, contract deal, and things like that. Okay. Do you realize that the traditional publishing companies can give you all this money up front, and you're going to owe them in the end? You're going to owe them. You got to sell so many books. They fronted you some money for you to publish. They gave you some bonus money, and they've taken your book, put it out there, and they're gonna want their money back. Whereas if you go with self-publishing, you can do the work, take your time, find the right people, find the right publishers. There are so many independent publishing companies out here. You can't say you can't find one, okay? Because I see one, I see them all on Instagram. I see them all on Twitter. I see them all on Facebook. I see everybody's advertising. They got a publishing company, okay? And the thing is that there's no excuse why you ain't got your book published. Okay, you can't say you cannot come up with this or that or this. Okay, we can't come. We got to go. We have to go after what we want, and we want to make. We wrote this book. If you wrote this book, and you want to become a well-known author, put your work out there. Don't wait on other people's approval, because it's not going to be this instant thing. Well, I'm gonna automatically get rich and become a best-selling author. No, you got to work on this, honey. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna speak for myself. When I wrote my book, that's the way I was thinking. I'm gonna make me a whole lot of money. Okay, no, not just publishing the book. Okay, you got to go for what you want. You got to go out there, go after what you want. That means put in the hard work to make sure your book sells. Okay? I didn't, at first when I first put my book out, I just came across people, and I was in singing groups, and I told everybody about my book I had published, and I made some sales with the groups I was in. But then I was like, okay, let me see if I can get some more books sold. Okay. And my understanding was I had to get out this la la land concept of, I just put this book out here, make sure everybody see it, and they gonna run and buy it. Okay. No, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. We can do it. We can, we can magically think that's going to happen, or we can have it in our minds. That's all a fantasy. I'm going to become a best-selling author, and I ain't got to do no work. No, child, this is not the way it's going to happen, okay? So, first, let's throw away this theory that we need to go with a traditional publishing company. Let's throw that wisdom out. Let's throw that out the window, because you will be waiting for umpteen, who they go through. You can send them as many manuscripts as you want. Send them like little preview, little copy, like first 3 chapters, something like that, or whatever, with your query letter, and you'll be sitting there and you'll be like, okay, I'm waiting. Oh, I'm waiting. Ooh, child, you be sitting there nodding and sleeping, and you go to the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and you're waiting, and then this person can send you a letter back saying you either got approved or denied, or rejected or accepted with your book. Okay. I'm not the type of person. I don't like rejection too well. I don't think anybody likes rejection too well. So I had to sit down and come up with a plan of how I was going to get my book noticed, how I was going to get my book out there to the public. I even made my own little home videos and at first and tried to do the little Canva stuff and did my little talkabouts and things like that. But it's work. It's work, and you cannot sit in a corner and wait on somebody else's approval if you want to pursue a dream that you want to become a self-published author. You got to put some work in with that. You do. You got to put work in when it comes to publishing. You got to put work in. And ain't nothing free, okay? Nothing is free. So let's get off that. We wanna think we can publish this. You can do some things for free. You can do that. But it will always cost you in the end. Okay? Like, say you put your book on Amazon. Okay, well you got everything ready and everything, and it goes to, okay, you go to Amazon and you go through the process of uploading it and seeing how it's gonna look in the book and all this and the schematics about the size of the book, and you got to do all these things. In the end, you're gonna have to spend some money, because in the end you're gonna have to turn around and buy your books. Buy your books is for your inventory, so you can sell them, like Audrey Richmond. Audrey Richmond did a marvelous launch with her Uncloned marketing book. Okay. She made me rethink my whole marketing scheme about my book. She made me, and she's also given me some ideas about future books that I am currently writing, that I plan on publishing. And the thing is that you can't sit in a corner and wait. You got to go out there and go after what you want. There's no sitting at home. We can sit at home. We can drink tea. We can watch TV. We can eat. And we can do all those things. But if you're not going to put in the work, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work when it comes to making your dreams come to fruition. Okay? So, I have learned a lot along the way. I have learned a lot. I've done a lot of research. I've followed a lot of people. I've done that. But I had to learn how I had to listen to what God was telling me when it comes to my book. Can't nobody tell you what to do. You can take all the advice. You can write it down. You can do, okay, but it's up to you to make the plan, put a plan together, and work your plan. Okay, so. And the thing is you got to get out here and do the work. You got to go to those book fairs, go to book festivals, go into some of these Facebook groups that are just for authors. I got introduced to some Facebook groups and people on Twitter that help people market their books, that help just with your books. I've even seen people say, okay, you can upload your book. I'll help you sell your book for this amount of money on my website. I've even, it's so many opportunities out there after you publish your book. And the thing is you got to do, you got to do the work. You got to do this work. It's not just sitting at home. I'm going to throw this book up here on Amazon and it's going to magically make me $100 million. Okay, well, that's not how it's got to be. Work. It is a process. It is so much of a process. Okay, so I want to put this out there for all authors. All authors. If you are interested in being featured on my program, Authors Excerpt Sunday, please get in contact with me. I'm looking for authors to interview. The offer is always open. You may reach me on www.ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com, and you can reach me through my Facebook page, Sharise Johnson Moore 2. You can reach me through Instagram at Sharise Johnson Moore. You can reach me on Twitter at Sharise J Moore. You can reach out to me, DM me if you are interested in being featured as a featured artist on this show. Excuse me, I'm a little tongue tied. And I will be gladly. Oh, I'd be so happy to interview, because I think everybody needs exposure. I think everybody needs exposure before and after, during, and before. Before, after publishing, and down the road. You got to keep pushing your books. You gotta, cause everybody, we got this electronic age, and we have this ebook, and we have ebooks, and we have paperbacks, and we have hardbacks. And the thing is that you never know who's gonna pick what to read when it comes to your book, whether it be ebook. Oh, audio books are very good too. So, and the thing is, sometimes that, put it out there. Put it out there. Put your audio book out there. Make your book an audio book. Make it a ebook. Make it you can even break it down into segments, for video segments, where you talk about the chapters, and come on, go and seek these opportunities. Like people say, look, I'm looking for people to interview. That is a very good way of showing that you're trying to get all the exposure for your book, because that's the main purpose. We can't sit around and depend on that book sitting on the Barnes and Noble shelf and it's gonna work magic and jump out into people's arms and hands. Okay, we have to give exposure, do book signings at the bookstores, do virtual book. Some people don't. Now it's virtual book expos and things like that. So jump on these opportunities. Jump on them. Don't be scared. Don't be timid. Don't be afraid, because God didn't give us the spirit of fear. Okay. So, like I said, I'm putting out this offer to all authors for this segment of Authors Excerpt Sunday. If you are an author and you're interested in being interviewed by me, come on my show. You can come on my show and we'll talk about your book. I want to help all authors pursue their dreams. And I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I'm the type of person. I like to give. I like to help other people. So, it's about reaching out and helping others. It's always about reaching out and helping others. It's not all about me. It's not about me, because God said He gave me this idea for this segment. God gave me this vision about this segment here. I want to interview you as an author. I want to interview you, and I want you to get all the exposure that you need, all the exposure. So reach out to me, and we will have a good conversation. We'll have a good hold down, good hold down. So, okay. Also, I wanted to put out there that I have a marvelous friend coming on next week. Her name is Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn. Okay? Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And her book is entitled Good Morning, Have a Nice Day. Good morning, have a nice day. Okay? She's from Uniontown, and she is a minister. She has a doctorate in divinity. Okay? And I want everyone to come out and hello, rich soul. How are you doing today? Hi, baby. And I want you to come and view this interview, because this is a dynamic woman of God, okay? And just come out, because this book is really, really good. It's a really good book. It says, "Good morning, have a nice day." It's a book of inspirational thoughts. You can interact with this book by making your own notes that will help you look at life with eyes wide open. Look at all the things that we experience every day. The pleasures of family life, but also the challenges that go along with taking care of them and our jobs. We touch someone's life every day and they touch ours. My hope is that no matter what, we can always say good morning and have a nice day. Ooh, child, I can't wait to get this interview. Ooh, So tune in 6 o'clock next Sunday for my first interview of this segment for Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn. She's from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. You can reach her through Facebook. You can reach her through Instagram. And this book is very, 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 very good. Very good. It's very good. It is like wonderful, okay? So I want to say to all authors, you're beginning to write, if you're in the middle of writing your book, if you're at the end of writing your book, you need all the exposure you want. Go after what you want. If you write a book and you want to be seen and you want to be heard, get on people's talk shows. Get on on their radar. Come in like, yeah, okay, I want to interview, okay? Cause that's how I've been doing it. When people come into play, whereas they, I'm always researching for people that say I want to interview somebody, because you got to get out the box. You got to get out the town you're in. There's people watching from California, people watching from India, people watching from China, Egypt. People are watching, and you never know who's watching you. So keep up with the good work, all authors, okay? And I want y'all to go after what you want. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I want to thank you for coming in to Authors Excerpt Sunday. Thank you, and I'll see y'all next week with my first interviewee, right? Her name is Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn, and I want to just give her props right now, because it is so important that we support one another. And I got some other marvelous things coming up for my other segments too, okay? So don't miss next week's guest, Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. I want to thank her so much for coming and giving us some wisdom and giving us some knowledge and and just coming to share her love and her joy and her peace. Okay, tune in next week for that interview. I love y'all, and I am looking for authors to interview on Authors Excerpt Sunday. Love y'all. Bye, babies.
Hello, everyone, and this is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I have an offer for all the entrepreneurial spirits out there. If you would like to advertise your business on my podcast, I have several slots open, so you can get in contact with me through my email address, which is IamSharise at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com. And you can reach out to me through my Facebook page, which is Sharise Johnson Moore 2. And you can reach out to me through my other avenues of contact, which is WhatsApp. Thank you, and I will be glad to have you as a sponsor for my program. Thank you and have a blessed day. Hello, everybody. I want to say thank you to all who viewed into my live broadcast of Author's Excerpt Sunday. And yes, you do get a version of the podcast of the episode just in case you missed it. So, I want to thank you for coming out and being a part of Author's Excerpt Sunday. I want to thank you for, listening, my listening views on my podcast as well. So, with that being said, I want to give you this special treat. I got a special guest coming next Sunday at 6 p.m. Her name is Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn, and her book is entitled Good Morning, Have a Nice Day. It can be purchased on Amazon today. So go do your research and get this book because it's very, very important that you be ready for the next week's segment. So I want to thank you for listening, participating, and coming in and listening to Author's Excerpt Sunday, which our topic is go after what you want. No matter what's going on, do not stop following your dreams as an author. Okay? And get all the opportunities, go after all the opportunities that are offered to you, that are presented to you. And hey, every bit helps. Okay? Every bit of exposure helps you in your career. That's my advice to all authors that are listening, or potential authors, or you're thinking about, writing a book. So I will see you next Sunday for Author's Excerpt Sunday with a special guest, Dr. Twyla Lee Wynn. I pray to see your face in the place, okay? Love y'all. Peace out, babies. See y'all next Sunday.